if just your everyday Joe's doing this just for fun, it could have an effect on the markets because there's thousands and thousands of them doing it, or millions of them doing it across the world.
Yeah.
It is going to have a slight effect on the market, and also they're going to have an effect on their friends at the pub. It's also going to have an effect. They're all going to be starting selling when they see red.
Yeah.
And that's the issue, is they're not sticking to a plan, they're just doing it for a bit of fun.
Yeah.
They see it go up, so they'll buy it. They see it go down, so they'll sell it. And it's just the complete opposite way of... It just should never happen like that.
And still, the price went to 88 something. I think it's now at 120.
Is it?
Yeah. After the other day's surge in happiness in the US that inflation is going to be lowered. It jumped that much. We are Finding Success. We're here to help break the monotony of your life and help you find your version of success. Welcome back to another episode, guys, with me, Adam.
And me, Alex.
How you doing, mate? You right?
I'm good. It's a beautiful, fresh morning.
Mate,
November
it's actually
morning.
really warm.
I thought it was very
I think I
warm.
drove in there. I think the car said 16 degrees.
Really?
I mean,
For this
a
sort
bit of an
time?
old car, so I don't know if I trust it quite, But even so, yeah, 16
No,
degrees.
it's not. Yeah, it's not as cold as I was expecting.
Nuts.
I was put on the old joggers to prep for the cold, and actually, like, shorts weather. Shorts weather.
It's not shorts weather until you get over 20 degrees, mate.
Come on. Right.
It's not.
How's your week?
You go. I was about to ask you the same question. Yeah, good, mate. To be fair, I've been, as we said, I've been a bit more refocusing on goals and stuff, and that reflected in my accountability meeting that we had the other day.
Nice.
So, yeah, just sort of writ those goals back down, went back to them, pushed on a little bit, and week's gone well so far. How about you?
Ups and downs.
Yeah.
I've had the same thing. I've been re-evaluating goals just for this final 2 months of the year. Not even 2 months now, is it? It's a month essentially. Just nailing the final tail end of the year. But I've been sleeping horrendously. Middle of the night, I don't know what's going on, but I got something wrong with one of my teeth.
Really?
Might need to go see the old dentist because it's been waking me up in the morning.
2:30, does it?
Literally 2:30 in the morning. At 2:30 until about, and I can't, and I'm like, oh, it's pain. I think it's bleeding. I don't know, but yeah, it's
Bleeding?
I think maybe. You know, you can taste that sort of.
Oh, mate.
But it's been keeping me up, and I've been losing two and a bit hours of sleep, just in the middle of the night.
That's a great profession, isn't it, doctor? Dentist, sorry.
A great profession.
Yeah, because you never run out of people having no teeth. And if people
Definitely.
don't take care of their teeth, then you
Got
get
more
money.
business.
Yeah,
Same as hairdressing. I thought about this. Barbers
true.
never be out of work. You always, and I don't think robots could do it.
No,
It's so
everyone likes it. Yeah, exactly. Everyone's head's different. You
spot on.
can't. I don't think a robot could scan someone's head.
It would take a huge, and it would cost a fortune to start
Yeah.
that, and you might as well just pay someone at that point. That's the one job that's not going to be nicked by robots in the future.
Yeah. There you go.
I think, unless we all just start being forced to go skinheads, and that's just mandatory. Like,
Bold and hairless.
yeah, you never
The
know.
new
yeah.
thing.
You never know.
2100. Here we come.
Oh my word!
Don't. Right, this week.
This
what we
week. In the podcast, we're going to talk about the current market conditions because they seem to be a bit all over the place.
they do. Current market conditions, the world condition.
Well conditioned.
Especially, the Europe condition.
Yeah.
The Europe's not doing,
We're definitely
as a
doing the
continent,
worst.
we're not doing very well, are
No, we're doing the worst.
we? Especially the UK. If you haven't seen, obviously, with old Lizzie getting booted quitting at 45 days, and we had a new guy come in.
This new guy.
This new geezer, never heard of his name before. Old Richie.
You do know who he was.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And it's just, as a country, we're going through quite a lot of change, aren't we? And I think a lot of people are still having to adjust to the change with all the bills that are going up, the gas bills, We're getting into the winter, people are putting their heating on. They don't want to do it because it's just so expensive to heat the house, put an extra jumper on. It's getting quite scary. And even Germany
are the worst.
I think
'cause
the
they
governor was saying, don't turn your heating on then, but put an extra jumper on. That is to fix the cure. Put an extra jumper on. It's
to
like,
fix the cure. That is the cure.
yeah,
To fix the problem.
fix the problem. The cure is put an extra jumper on. That's not right. You can't.
We could get political here because is that camera lower than normal? Just sorry to listeners.
Speaking out loud.
Sorry, sorry to listeners listening in. Looking at the YouTube camera. Anyway, getting back to subject, we can get quite political here,
Okay.
because Germany were almost totally reliant on Russia for their energy,
Yeah.
their gas, and their so on and so forth. So this is why they're feeling the strain more than anyone, but as well as Europe feeling the strain more than the world. Like we've just gone through COVID, everyone's feeling the bite from that. America, Oceania's, Asia, everyone's feeling that.
Yeah.
But Europe has just got this another nail in their side. That's this Russia-Ukraine war that's really affected us
Yeah.
price-wise.
Price-wise, yeah. Supply chain-wise, it's...
Exactly, inflation-wise.
Yeah,
because two of the biggest factors of inflation, like the biggest movers, are essentially energy, energy and fuel. Like same person. Like if those two go up, everything else goes up because you can't. Companies like Tesco's, Morrison's, all those people that we just buy everyday stuff off.
Yeah.
Their prices go up. They can't afford to run their trucks at the same price. They can't afford to run the warehouses at the same
The
price.
infrastructure, yeah.
The
it's
whole
everything, isn't
infrastructure
it?
has to
Yeah.
go up. And if that goes up, so does your little packet of polos every night,
Yeah.
every fortnight. So just with energy and fuel prices going through the roof, it's really stinging Europe right now.
It is,
Like,
yeah.
really badly.
And it's almost with the whole climate change thing going on, everyone's pushing electric vehicles more. The problem is, if everyone was to dump crude oil vehicles today and go straight to electric, the infrastructure that we have in current place with electricity wouldn't
It'd collapse. No.
it at all.
We'd
You know,
be out
charging
now.
vehicles, charging however many vehicles. It's safe that, well, there's 70 million people in the UK or something.
No idea.
So you half that, 35 million EV vehicles, and you charge them up every single night.
No.
Do you know what I mean? It's not going to happen, is it?
No, not at all. Not at all.
So we're in a bit of a
This is where the argument
bottleneck right
for,
now, aren't we?
nuclear power comes back.
Yeah.
We'll just try and be independent for the next century and a half, 2 centuries, and then get the rest of our stuff together.
Yeah. And see
Like-
how we move forward.
Yeah, we just left Europe, European Union. Let's like really double down on being independent. Let's not worry about fuel and energy coming from anywhere else.
Yeah, yeah.
Apart from we can't help fuel, but
Try and source our own stuff.
yeah, create our own energy. It's the only way forward.
Scary times.
I was speaking to somebody not too long ago, it's a few weeks ago now, but he said it's just a theory he had, and it sort of makes sense. It's a nice idea. I don't think it will ever pull it off, but it's a nice idea. He said to convert, you'd get all the manufacturers to join up and just work together on a one type of battery, one way of fitting it into a car,
Yeah.
standardised across every single vehicle. Right, what do you think about
No, because this is
You know where
already...
you're going.
No, carry on. This is already in force in a motorsport. But yeah, carry on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, so all these petrol stations we have around the country, right? They're literally built for charging fuel and cars.
Yeah.
They're there. The space is there. We don't need to change too much about them. But anyway, you convert them somehow into a drive-in, drive-out system of changing your battery.
Yeah.
So you drive in, robots come up from underneath the car. New battery up and inside. It's a 10-minute job. You can stay in your car the whole time. Robots change your battery because it's like all standardised, all mandated, all exactly the same. So no matter what car you have, you can pull up into this battery changing station, no longer petrol station. And you can change your battery. And I thought that makes sense because it's 10 minutes to go from a dead battery to a fully charged battery because
Yeah.
they're going to give you it fully charged, and then when they take your dead battery, they just charge it up underneath the ground
Yeah.
and then give it to someone
Go
else.
to the next one.
Yeah, like half hour, next day, into a couple of weeks. Yeah, it's charged, ready to go. When it's on charge state, it gets ready to go into another car. And you just pay for your battery. You go, doop, contactless dinger at your window. Thank you, mate. I'll have that battery.
Just like fuel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a very good concept, but I don't think you'll ever get the manufacturers to agree to do all that. Especially like the likes of Tesla. The battery is like integrated into the chassis in it.
Yeah.
There's absolutely zero way you could.
To redesign that. At the end of the day, though, you could do that and create an infrastructure around that, and the world would then be moving forward. It's almost like the Kyoto thing that we had a few years ago, where all the cars that were like performance cars were going to be limited to 155 mile an hour. So you could just do the same thing, but get all the companies of all the car designers to sign a thing that this is your battery location. It's from this place to this place. It has this many bolts in it.
Yeah.
And sign it, and then we can, boost your company by saying you're part of this gang.
Fair. But do you then lose the... So obviously, the competitive part of that is there's performance involved, there's quality. Yeah,
But you can always have like a battery on a battery. You can have two of them. Double bubble.
Oh, whoa! They're going to tell too many people about this idea. It looks
Sorry.
genius. Double bubble batteries. Anyway, market conditions. We're going off on a tangent here.
You started it already.
So I know. Getting.
Market conditions, yeah. So, yeah, well, as we were speaking about, go on.
What on earth is going on?
This is it. It's,
The stock market conditions, by the way, people.
yeah, we're not talking about Tesco's or... We can talk about Tesco's if you want. But,
Hang on, quick
Pasta.
update.
Here we go.
Yeah, pasta update. Sorry, screaming
mate,
down the
it's
mic.
awful.
Pasta update. 1 kilo of whole grain fusilini pasta from Tesco's. Told you before lockdown it was a quid.
Yeah,
and then
99p, wasn't
a few months ago it was 140.
Yeah.
Guess what it is now?
Don't.
165.
It's nuts,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Like
65p.
I can't believe it. I just go and just check on it every now and then. It's
You can't buy it no more. You walk past
no.
it. But I'm not. Refuse to pay 65 more p.
I remember you used to be able to afford that. Sorry, so carry on. The market situation.
Yeah, so going to the market situation, I was just literally, flicking through some metrics before we first started this. And after we had a bit of a crash in COVID, didn't we? Sort of the first few months in COVID or 2020, we had a bit of a crash. And the market recovered from that with a blink of an eye, didn't it? And it just kept climbing and climbing. So I want to just literally do a quick little comparison. Start of the year, January the 5th, 2022, the S&P, which is what stock index, which is what we always talk about,
It's our go-to
greatest 500 companies in the US, was trading at 4,801 dingbats, right? We are now mid-November, just coming towards the end of November. Current price is 3,975. So it's dropped a considerable amount, and I will tell you now.
Is that from the recovery of?
So this is from
COVID?
the peak.
Okay,
of the
since
start
COVID.
of this year
Okay.
to the full, and it's dropped 17%
Okay.
in 1 year.
It's been a tough year.
We know, on average, the S&P returns us 7 to 10% year on year on average over the past 100 years. Some years, like last year, was a 21% year. This year, currently, is minus 17%.
It's one of the bad years.
Exactly. So
One of few.
I want to talk about, again, why do you think that is, number one? Is it all the retail investors becoming scared, not understanding why they got into the markets in the first place, not understanding the reason behind long-term investing, and just going, oh my God, it's going down, I have to sell. In return, makes things worse. In return, makes more investors scared. And then you see the news, scaremongering people coming up with supply chain issues with Apple. In China, the plant closing down, having to ship stuff to India to try and make up a new plant. Is it all these things adding up to becoming like a scaremongering type thing? Obviously, with inflation, it's quite high at the moment. US is obviously trying to drop it, which is good for them. How they're going to do it, we don't really know. But what do you think the reason is for people
Some great questions.
selling it?
So what are the first two again?
It's market scarcity, like retail investors.
Yep. And then there was another one that was really good as well, and I've forgotten it.
That first one, it'll come to me.
It'll come to it, all right. But going for the scarcity, yeah, spot on. Obviously, as we were just saying earlier, the whole world's in a bit of a panic. We're starting to feel the pain of COVID, the whole furlough system in the UK especially.
Yeah.
Inflation's up through the roof, as we all know. Past price 165. So everyone's just a bit more timid about their money. We're starting to feel the pinch. This is where the pinch comes, and it's getting harder and harder. They're twisting it now. It's not just a little pinch, it's twisting it. So I think people are being a bit more cautious with their money. They're going to cash instead of assets.
Yeah.
I think that's partly to do with some of the crashing. As well as, yeah, exactly like you said, retail investors not really knowing or not really having a plan. Just
Correct,
looking for the green,
Yeah, good point.
seeing the red and panicking
Yeah.
on the old gain and loss. And I think, as I think we said a few podcasts ago, the most retail investors ever have been on the market
Yeah.
since 2020.
Yeah.
And a lot of them, we know a few of them ourselves, just
Yeah.
on the phone, trading 2-on-2, putting
Yeah.
whatever they can in, just having it as a game, having a bit of fun. I'll see it go up, put more in, I'll see it go down, or I'll take out.
Yeah.
And if just your everyday Joe's doing this just for fun, it could have an effect on the markets because there's thousands and thousands of them doing it, or millions of them doing it across the world.
Yeah.
It is going to have a slight effect on the market, and also they're going to have an effect on their friends at the pub. It's also going to have an effect. They're all going to be starting selling when they see red.
Yeah.
And that's the issue, is they're not sticking to a plan. They're just doing it for a bit of fun.
Yeah.
They see it go up, so they'll buy it. They see it go down, so they'll sell it. And it's just the complete opposite way of... It just should never happen like that. They're just going so short term that they just can't see the real gains to be had right now.
It's like, even for instance, I was at work the other day, sat in the office, and I was doing some emails, and a guy came in, and he sat down. And I was like, better check my investments. And
He's what, sorry?
his investments.
He's petching.
No, he just sat down,
Oh, sorry.
chatting away. He sat down and he said, I'm going to check my
Oh,
investments.
sorry.
And he goes, they're all down. My pension's worth nothing. And I'm like, what? My pension's worth nothing. I think he's quite old. I think he's over 55, so obviously you get the money back from your pension.
Yeah.
You're telling me that you're trusting yourself with investing your pension that you have minimal to zero market knowledge. So whatever you'll do, you're risking your future just to have some fun in the market with no clue what you're doing. What are you doing? And I think that is a common thing nowadays, is because people aren't really looking into the future because we're so in a rut right now.
Yep.
People are just going, I need to make some money.
Yep.
How can I make some money? I'll watch The Big Short and I'll think I know everything, and then I'll go and wait for the 2007, 2008 crash, and boom, here we go. And let's get investing.
Spot on.
It's scary.
It is scary. I've had the same thing, and an older gentleman at work spoke to me about his pension. He's like, I'm thinking about cashing it in. And I said, don't you dare. That's the last thing you want to be doing right now. You're at the lowest low since like 2008. You just don't be doing it. Like bonds. So you heard about what happened with the bond UK. It's an absolute mess. Bank of England had to buy out the government load of bonds to stop the pound crashing, because it was essentially crashing. And unfortunately, the pension market is held up on bonds.
Bonds, yeah.
They absolutely love it. Slow and steady returns, and they can't get enough of them. I don't
Yeah.
understand why. But it's how it's working. Anyway, so the pension market was crashed. Luckily, Bank of England bailed us out, and now all of a sudden they're trying to sell these bonds they've just bought. So it's not great. It's not. It's a temporary fix.
Yeah,
They've
it
gone,
is.
yeah, I'll bail you out. And don't forget, the Bank of England just create money for this. So this is more printing money. They spent $5 billion on these bonds, and this is not money they've gone, I've got some in back pocket.
Here we go.
Yeah. It's right. I'm going to create this $5 billion, give it to you, and then we're going to sell them on, and they make a huge profit off it.
Yeah, they
Massive
do.
profit.
It's a business, isn't it? In the day?
Exactly.
That's it.
And so it's just more inflation is coming. It's not over yet. It is coming. When they're flooding the market with $5 billion odd
It's
pounds,
just going to get worse and worse and worse,
It's
isn't it?
offensive, isn't it? But yeah, he said, I'm going to sell it off, and he's still working. He's still doing really well for himself. He's about 55, 56.
Yeah.
Still fit as a fiddle.
Yeah, nice.
So he's going to carry on working for at least 10 years, he reckons.
Yeah.
He's hoping, unless something comes and knocks him over.
Yeah.
So I said, you're better off waiting until then.
Yeah.
Just
keep
do
going.
not.
Keep
Yeah,
paying
don't
into it.
touch it.
Yeah.
Keep paying into it, and don't touch it.
Yeah.
You'll reap the rewards in 10 years from now more than you will selling up and putting it in
out.
cash.
Yeah,
It's just, yeah. But he's convinced because I believe there's a deal. They can cash 25% tax free.
Oh, okay.
So it's a nice lump sum
Yeah.
that you could go and do some fun living with.
Yeah.
And he made that point. I was like, well, fair play, top lad. I understand what you're saying. You've got to a grand old age. He's done years of hard graft.
Yeah. He wants to have some fun with his life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a little sad, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
That's what we're trying to avoid. Getting to that age and then having fun with life. We want to have fun now.
Yeah, exactly. We want a fun on the way up
Exactly
to that age.
Create a life for yourself where you can do these funs, where you've got that sort of money to have the fun.
Yeah.
Go on holidays, etc. Do that for yourself now when you're young. Don't get caught into that trap of living life when
I've
you're
got to.
claiming your pension.
Yeah.
Because that is a stressful way of living.
It's yeah, and people that do have a long-term plan in markets like this, they see that I'm investing in so and so, the S&P for instance, and I've reduced my payments because the market's going down. Wrong thing to do. As Warren Buffett says, be greedy when others are fearful, and fearful when others are greedy. By that means, when everyone's selling the market, you buy more of the market, and when others are buying more of the market, you buy less of the market. It's very, very simple, because on the way down, you're going to have more money when the market comes back up. And people go, well, how do you know it'll ever come back up? It's going to come back up. It's the S&P 500. Companies just get bigger and bigger and bigger, and the market will go up and up and up. And it's just the way it has been and the way it always will be. And if the world comes to an end, then you don't have to worry about the money you've got in your bank. Trust me, you've got more important things like not getting shot by robots that come out the ground. Genuine thing. Anyway, well, it's a film, wasn't it? I can't remember what film it is, though. But
No, I don't know what film.
yeah, it's a film, though.
You made a good point. I was going to tangent off on that point. I'm useless at keeping it in my head. You say the next
Talking about
sentence.
dropping down markets, buying on
That's
the way
it.
down.
Yeah, that's it. Spot on. Well, you re-triggered my thought process. Right. So
Good.
every day, how good?
Cool. Here we go.
How good is the old missus at finding a deal on Boohoo.com or this whatever? Where do you shop these days?
I go to ASOS. I like an
ASOS, those sorts of things. You're interested in the old sale section, aren't you?
Yeah,
Because
always.
everyone likes a cheap deal, and you don't go off of these. You don't go to these. Well, most people, you do get a few stuck-up people that avoid the sales because it's on sale. But most of the sensible people in the world, if it's on sale, they're, oh, look at that, it's cheap. I'll get some more of that. I'll get some extra of that. They go to Tesco's, and they'll get the cheaper thing
Yeah.
because it's cheaper. They don't see it as, oh, that's less valuable. Oh, no, I don't want that because it's crap.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with the market. It's all cheap at the minute. It's on sale.
Yeah.
And you'll avoid it going, oh, no, it's not. Oh, no, I don't want any of that. That's a
it's
bad
on the way
product.
down.
All right, the company, Apple, Microsoft, the whole S&P 500, the exact same companies
Yeah.
as they were when they were at the top of the game.
Yeah.
Nothing's really changed. So you're buying the exact same company for a massive discount price, all because a load of hedge fund investors have sold off into cash and inflation and everything, etc., is hurting the market. Like, it's just an obvious thing to get involved. Get involved in the market. You would buy your porridge with your club card points, wouldn't you? Because
Yeah.
it's two quid cheaper.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
on sale. You do it. So do it to the market.
Yeah.
Come on, people.
And I just want to talk about real quick.
Go on.
Facebook Meta, right?
Yeah.
So, as you saw the other day, we were talking about it. The first company in history to lose 1 trillion in market cap.
Is it?
£1 trillion they've lost in market cap. Obviously, they're reducing their workforce by 11,000 people, and they're looking to not hire until the first quarter, after the first quarter
Next
of
year.
2023. And still, the price went to 88 something. I think it's now at 120.
Is it?
Yeah,
Sharp
after
runs.
the other day's surge in happiness in the US that inflation is going to be lowered. It jumped that much. You're still buying the same company. You're still buying the same Mark Zuckerberg. You're still buying the same brand that's on all of our phones and people that we post every day
How
and
often do we
share
use-
videos
exactly.
and, still got the same ideas. However, the smartest minds are still around that table developing ideas that are making the world a better place. Nothing's going to change. Yes, things might happen and bad things do happen. As
Yep.
you're saying, he's just, got rid of 11,000 people.
Yep.
But,
That's for the sake of the company.
exactly.
They'll always have the companies in mind.
Yeah.
They'll prioritise that over the people, unfortunately. It's the way the world
It's
is.
just the way
It's
it is.
capitalism.
With Twitter and everything like that, it's all the same, isn't
Exactly.
it?
Interestingly, I did notice that their revenue's gone down this year.
Yes.
But that's just through ad sales. There's less money in advertisement right now.
Yeah.
Not not considerably, but enough to lower that's one of their biggest forms of income, I believe.
Is ads, yeah.
So that's why they're feeling a little bit of a sting there. But it's a temporary dip. For goodness sake, the world's going advertisement crazy.
Yeah.
It won't be long until, I saw there's a company putting advertisements on, your Fortune cookie, you get your Fortune
Yeah.
on the back of them. People are starting to sponsor the back of Fortune cookie.
Mate.
It's a thing. And same you go petrol pumps. So there's the sponsor now on the back of the pump.
on thing,
You can sponsor roundabouts. You can sponsor anything these days.
Ads, anything you can think of.
Yeah, it won't be long.
Benches.
Yeah, benches spot on. It won't be long until we start buying books. Like every 5th page is a
Yeah.
bloody
This book is sponsored by
advertisement. Yeah, spot on.
podcasts.
Look, yeah. How many podcasts have every half an hour, 20 minutes, they have a 3-minute advert?
Here's a quick break and listen to our sponsors or
Hey,
whatever.
TIP.
Mate.
Yeah, and I skipped through them myself because I couldn't be.
Yeah.
I couldn't give it.
I don't want to know.
No, exactly.
No
I'm not
offense.
interested in that.
But they get the money from it. That's all they want.
Exactly. They get enough listeners.
Advertisements are happy because they're getting the
Spot on.
click and
So if
they're
you
getting
think
a little price.
I think
a little
Facebook's
sliver.
dying because advertisements, it's just a very short-term dip. The whole world
Just
works
getting
in ups
bigger.
and downs. Your life will be going up and down. Our lives go up and down, and it's actually perfectly healthy.
So that right there, what you just said, is a very, very strong mindset towards that. How did you build that? What is it all about? Why are you so confident that things are going to come back? Why are you so calm, cool, collected? Like the world's in despair out there. You walk out the door, there's like robots shooting lasers everywhere. But in here, in the FS studio, you could make some ice cubes in this place.
It's so chill. Where on earth are you
So
getting this
chill.
robot and lasers things?
I don't know. I watched a film last night and it was like, I think it had like Tom Cruise in it. Really old film, like robots come out the ground and they shoot a load of stuff. I got pretty bored, so then I just turned it off and went to bed.
Wasn't
I call it like End of the World or something, or like World's End. I can't remember what it is.
World's End? What a film!
Not that film. That is a great film.
Go to Winchester and wait for
Yeah.
it all to blow over.
No, it's not that. They come out the ground, man, shooting robots
Are you
and
thinking
stuff.
of the Skynet one with Arnold Schwarzenegger? I'll be back.
No, it's got Tom Cruise in it,
Terminator.
man. No, it's like 2000s.
I've never seen it. I don't know what you're on about.
People, if you're listening,
Tell us.
Insta me.
Yeah.
It'll be in the description box down below. Message me the film name.
All
I
right.
can't remember it.
Where are we going?
Mark, your
Mindset.
mindset. Your mindset. How to control your mindset.
Oh, I've got a plan and I'm going to stick to it. And
Yeah.
I know I don't get fussed, don't get shaken, don't get bamboozled by mainstream media, by what's... I question everything. How many episodes ago was that now? A few episodes ago.
4 or 5 or something.
Question everything. Think for yourself. Don't just... A lot of opinions these days are just repetitive opinions of someone else. Because Chris Williamson did a little or published some research about this, or republished some research about this. People feel pressure to have an opinion on everything these days, even if they have no idea what it is going on. They feel a pressure to have an opinion, to feel educated, to feel knowledgeable, all that sort of stuff. And so if they don't have a personal opinion or don't have a knowledge on said subject, they will just repeat a version of someone's opinion that they quite like the sound of at the time, and that's it. So a lot of people's opinions these days aren't even their own.
No.
So question everything.
Yeah.
Make your own mind up about things, and just realise that actually we're humans. We're quite resilient little buggers, and we will just keep going and keep going and keep going.
That's what we're made to do.
Exactly. So the world ending, it's not going to happen.
No.
Also, I understand that most of the money in the world, the wealthiest people, the 1% of the 1%, most of their money's in the markets of some form or the other. So the last thing they want, and they're the ones that run the world, by the way,
They do.
they're the last things they want is that to crash down and go to nothing. They can lose hundreds of millions overnight, whatever, but they'll never let it go down to zero. So your money's perfectly safe.
You'll be
over
fine. Yeah, you'll be fine.
there. The world will be fine. Look how much we've been through in the past already.
Yeah.
We survived COVID, the world wars we've had,
Yeah.
the terrorist attacks that we've been through. Like, it's all devastating stuff. Depressions and all sorts. The superinflation period in America.
Yeah.
Years and years and years, like 10 years, like zero market growth or so. And it's like we just pull through. We're resilient little buggers. We will make it through. We'll find a way. So I'm confident in that. So just, I don't know, that's how I look at the world. It doesn't matter who's in charge, really, of like, Rishi Sunak or Liz Truss or the Labour government. I don't think it makes huge differences.
No.
In my day-to-day living. The way I'm planning
The way
on
you are. Yeah.
building a life, not going to make too much of a difference. What about you?
There's one more thing that I'd like to add. You're perfect in every single way. The only one other thing I would say is having a cash buffer.
Oh, can't believe I didn't forget my big like. That's just so foundational. I can't believe I forgot that.
But no, you don't even realise it because you're just so confident. You're not looking at it; it's there. But the people that don't have a cash buffer right now, the people that are flapping, scratching, trying to get money together, trying to put £5 of fuel in their car that just get them down the road enough to get them to work to pay the next paycheck. That everyone's living to paycheck to paycheck, apart from the people that have listened to the podcast and have got a cash buffer or a cash cushion. We're so chill in that respect because we just. Life's happening, but it doesn't really faze us because we know what's going on. We know where we go, and we have a plan, and we're sticking to it. And the cash buffer's there, and if the world falls apart, it's still going to be there.
Do you know what? I didn't realise how you're so right. It is because of that cash buffer.
Yeah.
That it's just you can relax. You know, fuel prices are going up. It's not too much of an issue.
It doesn't matter.
Energy prices are going up. It's not too much of an issue. No, we're lucky. That's why we recommend it. Cash cushion
Cash cushion is the way.
is the way. No, spot on. I've got a few holidays coming up,
Yeah.
and they're going to cost me a fortune, especially these days. But not phasing a little bit.
No,
I've
exactly.
planned for them all year.
Yeah.
I'm
And
ready
you're
to
not
go.
going to dip into the cash cushion. It's there just in case you lose your job.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? It's
exactly
not
that.
if things happen.
I've prepared on preparing. You know,
Yeah.
I've got layers and layers and layers.
Just an onion. Layered.
Layers. Shrek, what a legendary film. Yeah, spot on. I've do you know what, it's so in the back of my mind now that I've got it. It's
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just
absolutely.
Didn't come to me just
Yeah,
then.
you don't think of it, do you?
No. It's just
I love it.
a thing there. It's
Absolutely
powerful.
love it.
That's really powerful.
Such a powerful thing.
So, get a cash cushion together, and it's never too late to get a cash cushion. Whatever money you're earning now, you can create a cash cushion. It doesn't take
50p,
too long.
£1, anything, doesn't
Just
matter
start.
what it is.
It's so powerful.
And
So-
a real good hint as well, or tip, if you're using banks like Monzo, I think Starling do it as well, but I know Monzo definitely do, roundups.
yeah.
Just get that roundup and put it into your cash cushion. And you know, obviously, you're paying your monthly dedicated price as well, but just those roundups make it go a whole lot quicker.
Yeah, they do, don't they?
Make it go a whole lot quicker.
Also, automated banking. We say it a lot.
We know that. It's the fastest wealth acceleration tool you can ever use.
And why is that? Just think of your Netflix payments.
Yeah.
You never see that going out. It's just automated. They take it from you. Why do you think they do that? Because you'll forget about it.
And it's such a small amount that you don't even worry about it.
Exactly. So imagine you doing that with your savings. It's just going out before you even know it. It's gone. Tough.
Yeah.
If you had to press pay Netflix every month, you'd not pay a couple.
You'd think
months.
twice, wouldn't you?
Yeah, exactly. If you have to go, pay, I've not watched it this month. I'm not going to pay it this month. You know, it's the exact same with your savings. If you're going, oh no, I want to party this month a bit too much, you know, you're not going to save. So automate it. You'll save you'll get it done so much quicker.
Pay yourself first.
Pay yourself first. Love it.
Anything else to add?
No, I'm good, man.
Nice. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, links will be down below. Don't forget to rate, subscribe, and share this podcast. Get it out there so we can help the world. Take care, guys. Have a good one. See you in a bit.
Success is available for everybody, so why should you settle for less?